Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am your teacher Aksa and I welcome you all to the first online session of week 3 via Nurture International School online support system. Today our topic is Moon Wind. It's a poem which is written by Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes was an English poet who was born on August 17, 1930 and was died on October 28, 1998. This poem is basically based on poet's imagination, in which we will come across so many strange or unusual things that he imagines are happening on the moon. And we will see how the poet has used his imagination to create a completely new image to amuse his readers. Before moving any further, let me first talk about the poetic devices or figures of speech that have been used in the poem. So the first one is simile. What is a simile? A simile is a comparison between two different things using like or as. For example, the sun was like a yellow marble in the sky. So over here, sun is being compared with yellow marble because both have same color. The next one is her cheeks are red like a rose. So over here, cheeks are being compared with a rose. Why? Because both have the red color, so they are being compared with each other. The next poetic device that has been used in the poem is oxymoron. What is oxymoron? Oxymoron is a figure of speech in which two opposite ideas are joined to create an effect. For example, the green pasture surrounded by hills was teeming with a deafening silence. So over here, can you see deafening? Deafening itself means a loud noise. So a silence cannot be deafening. Silence is silence. So these are the opposite ideas that have been joined. Okay, so this is called an oxymoron. The next one is it was a true fiction. Again, you can see fiction is a story that is invented, that is not true. But over here, two opposite ideas are combined to make an effect. So oxymoron is used in poetry for a better impact. Now students, we will talk about rhyme scheme, which is ABCB. Okay, this ABCB rhyme scheme has been used in this poem, but every poem has a different rhyme scheme. Okay, so let me first tell you about what is a rhyme scheme, and then I will tell you about ABCB rhyme scheme. A rhyme scheme is the pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem or a song. Rhyme scheme is usually indicated by using letters. All lines that rhyme with each other are designated with the same letter. So you see, rhyme scheme is the pattern of same sounding words or letters at the end of each line. So now let me tell you about ABCB rhyme scheme that has been used in this poem. This pattern describes a 4-line verse with ending rhymes as follows. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Over here you can see I have given the name A to line A, B to the line number 2, C to the line number 3, and again B to the line number 4. So what does it mean? This means that the second and fourth lines rhyme. This is second line and this is fourth line, and these lines rhyme with each other. That's why I have given them the same letter, but the other two do not. So I have given them a different letter. So this is the ABCB rhyme scheme, in which the second and fourth line rhyme with each other. So this is the rhyme scheme that is used in this poem. Here's a brief overview of the poem. The poem Moonwind is a fanciful trip into the author's imagination. In this poem, the poet provides us with a very strange picture of the wind that he imagines to be present on the moon. The author mentions many strange things that are happening on the moon. He says that even though there is no wind, still the poet imagines that the wind is blowing and sweeping out everything in complete stillness, and nothing can resist it. So we will talk in detail what are those unusual or strange things that are happening on moon. Now we will read the poem. There is no wind on the moon at all, yet things get blown about. In utter stillness, your candle shivers out. So you see, in the very first line, the poet tells us that there is no wind at all on the moon, but still something very unusual is happening there. So what is that? It is like everything is still breaking apart due to the wind, which is not present over there. And in third line we can see he has used the word utter twice, just to emphasize the stillness or calmness of the moon. Okay, and he says that a burning candle that is there on the moon would shiver in spite of that silence, or the complete silence. The candle would still blown away. Next is, in utter stillness, a giant marquee blooms and flounders past you like a swan at sea. So he says that a giant tent would be blown away by the moon wind, which looked like a huge swan flying over the sea. So you see, he used the word giant just to mention that the marquee, the tent, is quite huge, or it's quite large, yet it can be blown by the wind that is not present on the moon. So this is very strange or unusual thing that is happening on the moon. In utter stillness, while you stand in the street, a squall of hens and cabbages knocks you off your feet. So you see, the poet is, presenting you with different scenarios that are happening on the moon. So he says that if you stand in the street, uh, there can be a squall, means a sudden storm. There can be a sudden storms of hens and cabbages. Cabbages here means vegetables that can make you fall. Okay, so this is the other unusual thing that will happen on the moon. In utter stillness, while you stand agog, a tearing, twisting sheet of pond clouds you with a frog. So he also imagines that if you would be on moon, okay, the moon wind can lift the pond water as a sheet and hit you with it, carrying frogs with it. Okay, so this is again a very rare thing that will happen on the moon. A camp of caravans suddenly squawks and takes off. A Ferris wheel bounds along the skyline like a somersaulting giraffe. So, in this stanza, the poet imagines that there is a group of people who are blown away or lifted off with the strong wind, and they suddenly start screaming, and there is a Ferris wheel that would appear as if it is somersaulting like a giraffe. Somersaulting is that is called kalabazi in Urdu. You can see over here I have pasted a picture over here of somersaulting. So he says that he imagines that everything is somersaulting like a giraffe on the moon. Next, he uh, imagines that roots and foundations, nails and screws, nothing can hold fast, nothing can resist the moon's dead still blast. So he says that the moon wind is so strong that it could rip apart anything that comes its way. Okay, whether it is held by roots, nails or screws, it doesn't matter. It is so strong that it can rip everything apart. Okay, uh, so I told you about the oxymoron. So you can see oxymoron used over here, dead still blast. So how is it oxymoron? Because a thing that is dead, it cannot move, it is still. But over here you can see he has combined dead still with blast. So this is actually to create an effect, okay, in the story. So these are the opposite ideas that are combined over here. So students, this poem was written in imagination that this may happen in the future. If you still have any question regarding today's lecture, you can ask me in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.